Oh, I love that tea, honey. Oh, that's some good tea. But anyway, I get excited over little things. But anyway, I'm drinking that jasmine tea, you all, and it is so good. It's very, very good. I'm too young for this. Me, sis, me? Like, for real? Like, perimenopause? I don't know if you all are going through it or if you know anybody to go through it, but stay tuned so I can tell you some tips and tricks on how to get through this thing called perimenopause. So, I am of age, okay, evidently, apparently, to, you know, be going through. And I am going through, you all. So, perimenopause, first and foremost, is not to be scared of. And it's not to be confused. Perimenopause is not to be confused with menopause. It is pre-menopausal state, okay? But you're going to feel like it can't get no worse than this. They say you can go through perimenopause as early as 30, and it can continue all the way on until you hit that menopause thing. And you'll know that you're in menopause if you've missed your cycle for a year, then you're fully in menopause. So if you miss it for like 4 months, 2 months, that's not menopause, baby. You still in perimenopause. Menopause is when you have missed it for 1 consecutive year. So this is what happens. So I was like, miss it for a year. If I miss it for a year, it's gone, right? You can miss it for a year or 2. Then it'll come back for a short period of time, and it too will be irregular. Like, what? Okay, so I don't know, whoever know me, you know, my fit fam, my fit friends, you all know, I study nutrition. Have been studying nutrition for years. I'm not certified yet, but I study and I study and I study. And I've studied menopause and all that other thing. You know, like when my mother was going through it some years ago, I was studying it, learning about it, but I never really understood it. I showed her different tips and taught her different things and stuff like that, but to actually go through it, the mental state of it, I mean, everything is off, you all. Your hormones, your estrogen, everything, all your levels are off, okay? And when they're off, they're off. Like, is menopause worse than perimenopause? Well, stay tuned and I'll tell you. Perimenopause. Who? Sis, who? Like, really? Perimenopause? Hey, welcome back to Sugar Fit. What's up, Fit fam? What's up, my fit friends out there? Y'all see that title right?
Y'all see that title? Y'all see that title right? Come on, we gotta talk, sis. We gotta talk, queen. Really? Perimenopause? Let's get it.
I don't have time for introductions or any of that other stuff. Let's work with this title. Perimenopause? Who? Like, really? I'm tripping. Okay, for my sisters out there who may be going through a little something, and you at the stage of your life, you know, of age, you just wonder what in the world is going on with me. Let me calm your storm right now. It is called perimenopause. Yes, honey, perimenopause or menopause, just depending on what stage you are really in. You know what? I really want to name this video. I really want to title this video, I'm too young for this. I ain't old enough for this. Like, really? Perimenopause? All right, sis, we got to talk. We have to talk, sis. We have to talk. Okay, so let's go on and talk about it. Let's go on and talk about it. Perimenopause is very, very real. All right. After speaking with my mother and my sister, different friends about it, perimenopause is real. And it starts after, and I had to research. Y'all know I research anything. I'm going to research it till I can't research it no more. And then I'm going to cross-reference that research, you know. And, you know, I study nutrition. So all of this goes hand in hand with perimenopause and with my topic today. So I found out that you can begin perimenopause from the age of 30 ongoing until you go directly into menopause. And perimenopause come with a lot of side effects, a lot of symptoms, a lot of imbalances. Girl, I looked it up, sis. It's a whole lot of them, and I'm not claiming none of them, okay? I recognize some, but I'm not even claiming that. I'm not claiming those to even stay. But it's a whole list. I'll probably list them. It's a whole list of symptoms. It's a whole list of side effects to it, I guess you can say. But and I'll briefly go over some of them, okay? And what basically, to my understanding, what perimenopause is, it's your body getting ready for imbalance. Your body, the hormones, the estrogen, all of that kind of stuff is really about to be in balance. It's going through an imbalance, but it's preparing your body for what's to come. I feel like my lip gloss is extra popping. Perimenopause is going on in my life right now. And I guess I am of age, but I was like, perimenopause, I'll holler at you in 10 years, in 20 years. You know what I'm saying? Come holler at me later. So I'm within that age range, but I didn't think it would come for me this quick, Okay, I'm gonna just put it out there. I'm gonna put it out there. I'm 44. But I feel like I'm about, 30, But when I started having these symptoms, I kind of got depressed. I got sad. I was like confused. And I just didn't know what was going on with me. I'm like, okay, I am eating a whole lot of dairy now. So I quickly put it on that, because I want that out of my life. So I'm like, is it the dairy? Like, what's going on? Because, sis, let me tell you, queens out there who may be going through or know someone who goes through, it's that imbalance of your hormones and your estrogen and everything is just imbalanced. It makes you feel like, it can make you feel like you're crazy. It can make you feel like you're just living in somebody else's body right now, And when I was going through all these different changes, so let me talk about the changes. Because when I was going through them all, I didn't know who I was. I didn't know what was happening with my body. And I started, drawing back, with my family and my friends. Like, hold on. I need to see about me. Like, what's going on with me? Why don't I feel like being bothered with y'all? But these were my symptoms, okay? I was moody, moody. And then more than moody, I just didn't feel like being bothered with anyone. I didn't feel like being bothered. And I was going through depression. I was going through anxiety, just a little anxiety, not much, but some anxieties. And I'll just pop off real quick. My husband can say something to me, y'all, and I'm just like a machine gun. I'm at it, just letting it rip, And he coming at me like, that's how he would actually look at me like he want to go like this. Like, what's wrong, girl? What's wrong? And he like, hold on, what happened? What's going on? And I'm just letting it rip off the mouth. I'm coming quick. I'm just very confrontational and just argumentative and just ready to pop off. And I'm like, this is not me. Like, what's going on with me? Am I this stressed? Like, if I had to measure my stress right now, I wouldn't be high on a stress meter. Like, what's going on? So, and I'm quietly, seeing the changes that's happening with me, and just didn't know, because I was ignorant to the fact that you can start premenopause at 30. So I'm just thinking it's life, and things is getting on my nerves, and I'm a little sad, and I'm a little depressed, and I'm a little down. And I couldn't stay with different things, like different workouts, different regimens, different things that I was doing, and I'm just like finding it really hard. So that was a symptom. And I'm sitting up here like, this is crazy. Because I told perimenopause, come holler at me in 10 years. You know, like, I don't have time for that. Not in my life, not right now. Perimenopause, to me, menopause is like, this is to me, you all, and in my ignorance, okay? Menopause was always a thing where your womanhood is being snatched from you. You about to slow down in life. You know what I'm saying? Like, your greater life has happened. This is how I thought as a little girl. Always. I just, you know, when people go through menopause or whatever, I'm thinking now they old and, you know, you can't have any more children. So therefore, you don't have any control of your life anymore. Like, you've blossomed and bloomed and now you're shriveling back. That's how I always seen menopause. As a, you know, as I said, like as a little girl, that's what I always thought. And the older I've gotten, the more I realize it's not all of that, but it is something mentally, psychologically, and scientifically that happens in my body that really slows things down for me. And I don't know, I was kind of afraid of that. So my mother would say little things, or my daughter would say something like, Mom, are you going through menopause? I'm like, girl, no. Like, absolutely not. You know, they'll say this like 2-3 years ago. No, absolutely not. No. Are you? You know what I'm saying? But, y'all, I got to say it like that. Y'all, I have really been going through, like through. And I can say, honestly, for the last year, my emotions have been so imbalanced that I had to do some checking on myself, like what's going on with me. You know, I had to do my own wellness check because, for one, I was too embarrassed to talk to anybody about it. I spoken to my husband about, hey, he came to me first. There's so much I could say about this, but for me, I knew something was going on when I stayed pissed off, when I stayed in that funk. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, I'm moody. You know, I'm irritable. I'm argumentative. I'm combative. You know, I'm just in your face, like, what? You know, and I'm like that. And I'm not just like that naturally, nor am I just like that over little things. You know, because a lot of people, you know, the stigma, they put that phallus, they put that stereotypical imbalance on you, you know, and be like, okay, you're going through menopause, so what you talking about is not justified, you just going through. No, what I'm talking about is real. What I feel is real, and you need to take it as my truth. This is how I really feel. It's not because of an imbalance all the time. You know what I'm saying? Like, you could be into it with whoever, and not even really arguing, but you can have a disagreement with someone, and you could feel you just have a different opinion about something, and they're gonna automatically think you're going through your menopause. So that's why you're like that, and they'll just dismiss what you're saying. But no, what I say is value to me because it's my truth. Like, don't just dismiss what I'm saying because I'm going through this menopause or perimenopause. You know, I don't like that. Even before, with my husband, I used to always say, if I'm going through something, if it's a bad day or whatever, and I'm just, you know, in that mood or whatever, he used to say to me, what's today's date? Don't do that. Don't do that. Because now you dismissing my real feelings. Now you taking away the value of what I just expressed. Like, those are real feelings. No matter what day on the calendar it is, no matter if I'm on my cycle or not, my feelings should be valued. So I said all that to say, you know, sometimes going through the perimenopause, because I'm at that stage, you know, you find yourself being a little more pissed off about things than you would normally be, but you still have reason to be ticked off. And then sometimes you might be at the whole other end of the spectrum, and you know, you might find yourself like, dang, why did I snap like that? Wait, it wasn't that serious, you know. So it just depends. But for me, I don't want people in my family, in my circle, just to assume, okay, she menopausing right about now. She menopausing, okay? No, I want y'all to hear what I'm saying and understand what I feel. And let me be the one to tell you if them feelings was just a spur of the moment type thing. So that's one thing you go through. You can go through your moods, mood swings, irritable, you know, just like I can't do it. And another thing, if you find yourself, sis, queen, if you find yourself at a point in your life, you find yourself right now at a point in your life where you just want to just vamp, or you just want to pack your stuff or just lay your stuff and just go and just be gone, you might be going through perimenopause. Your family could get on your nerves, your businesses, your business partners, or whoever's in your circle, they could really be working your nerves right now. You just need a break. But after you've had that break and you still feel like, I'm gone, I'm out of here, I'm finna disappear, I'm finna go somewhere. Like, I need to be in Spain right now. I need to be in on Mars right now. While y'all do this down here, I need to be somewhere up on Mars. If you feeling like that, you may be going through perimenopause. And another thing, sis, what I found out through my own feelings is you go through depression. You know, you go through depression and anxiety. I went through like a little anxiety, and I'm like, where is this coming from? And what I mean by a little anxiety, sometimes like if I'm in a car with my husband, y'all see us out in the car all the time. But when he's driving, and he's from Miami, and every time we go to Miami, I always be like, okay, I'm always reminded that's why he drive the way he drive, because they drive crazy. Hey, I love y'all, but y'all drive wild. So when I'm in the car with him, and he's just like stopping real quick, I'm like, ah. You know, I'm like, whoa, boy. You know what I'm saying? Then my daughter, she be like, Mom, that was serious. Like, come sit in the front, and you might see your life flash before your eyes too. Like, this is valid to me. I'm not tripping. It's not just perimenopause, but it's anxiety. And I've been feeling like this for years. And I'm like, am I getting old? Is this perimenopause? But at the same time, because at the end of the day, because the gag is, I was still scared, okay? I was still scared. So my feelings is real, you know? So then I have to look at myself like, okay, sugar, you're going through all of this. Is there an imbalance that you can correct, that you can help, that you can support, you know, that you can nourish? And I had to ask myself that a few times about different situations. Not that I'm just going crazy, and I don't want you all to fear out there, sis. I'm just letting you know some imbalances that may creep up in your life that you probably have had for years and just didn't know where all this was coming from. And another thing to touch on what I was just saying about, you know, you may just want to dip. You just want to peel out. Remember that? You just want to peel out and go somewhere. But at the same time, what if you just wake up and you just don't feel like yourself? Like, you feel like you done stepped in somebody else's body. You don't know who you are or where you are. Not literally like you lost and, you know what I'm saying, Alzheimer's done kicked in. No, we ain't there. We ain't talking about that. But seriously, if you just feel like you just not yourself, no matter what you do, you can drink your tea all day long to get you, you know, pepped up. And you can do your workout, you can eat your bananas, you can get your energy, you can do whatever it is that gets you that, you know, innate high, that emotional stimulant, you know. And you can do those things and it don't work for you. You may be going through. You may be going through, you know. And let me see some more. Also, depression. Like I said about the anxiety and the depression. Depression, if you find yourself stuck on something like you know, depressing over something, or you stuck mentally somewhere and you're like, dang, but normally I'll snap out of this. You may be going through. You may be going through. And there is a test that can be taken at your doctor's office. Go to your family practitioner and ask them for that test. And I forgot what it's called. I forgot what the test is called. But you go, excuse me. You go, you tell them what you're going through, and then you ask them about this test, and they can perform that test and let you know if you are at that stage or not. But a lot of times we don't even need that test because we know what's going on. But if you want to, I'm not trying to tell you to omit that test. I'm just letting you know, be aware of your symptoms. Your estrogen is imbalanced, your hormones are imbalanced, and so be aware of your body changing of those symptoms so you can diagnose yourself too. But definitely go to your doctors if you are having issues like severe depression, severe anxieties, severe weight gain, or if you're starting to eat more, or even the opposite, you can, a loss of appetite happens as well. But the most pronounced symptom in my life right now is the most depressing symptom, and I'm gonna share it with you all. But before I share that symptom, I will say this. If you go to the doctor and you stress to them that you want this test taken, 9 times out of 10, they're going to try to prescribe an antidepressant. They're going to say, you know what, ma'am, it's a lot going on in the world right now. You're working, you have a family, you have a business, you this, you that, and you're just going through a depression, but you can take these pills and it'll help you cope. They're going to be quick to put you on antidepressants. It's other ways of getting around it. You do not have to take the antidepressant pills if you're just going through perimenopause. Now, if your stuff is on a whole nother spectrum, you may want to go talk to someone. You may want to see what is needed for your imbalance. You may want to do that. But antidepressants is not the answer for a hormonal imbalance. It's not the answer. Okay, so I'll tell you the symptom that has gotten me, y'all, has got me like down and like really. And this is what made me do a lot of research. I've done so much research on this. I just didn't put out a lot of scientific facts and things like that. And I can dive into it if you really want me to. And leave me some comments. I can tell you more about what I've learned if you want to. I just want to do a quick woohoo out there and let you all know that perimenopause is real. But okay, let's get back. The thing that really got me tripping, got me researching, got me questioning myself, questioning my life is memory loss. Yes, memory loss. Now, I'm a sister that can remember everything. If you and I had a conversation, Queen, and you told me something, I'm going to tell you 5 years ago what you told me, where we were, how you said it, and what you had on when you said it. I'm going to tell you 10 years ago what you said, when you said it, why you said it, what you had on. I remember everything. I remember when I was about 4 years old, 4 or 5, and my mother, she used to put the cookies in a cookie jar on top of the refrigerator. I remember us begging my little brother to stand on the counter and get them. He wouldn't. So I remember getting up there on the counter and getting them cookies. And then my mom came and, I thought I was going to get a whooping. Okay. I thought she was going to whoop my butt and go out. She couldn't believe it. So she like laughed at me. She couldn't believe it. She couldn't believe that I did that. So she was just like in shock. But I was in shock that she didn't whoop me. But I remember exactly what I had on. I remember what she had on. I remember what my brother had on. And that's just how I am. I've been like that all my life. I've been like that. And for me to have bouts of memory loss, man, I was like, whoa, like really? What's happening? Like, I'm not going to sit down for that. I'm not going to sit down to that. Like, I'm not. That's not going to sit me down. I'm not going to sit down for that. Like, I'm not. Okay, so one day, probably about when I first noticed this happening with the memory loss, was probably about 4 months ago. And it was just like vague, you know, something small. Then I remember opening up my cabinet door in the kitchen, where I am now, my favorite room of the house. I opened up my cabinet door and I was talking to my daughter. Now I work from home a lot, so I wasn't working from home this day. I wasn't speedballing and all over the place. Because, you know, if you speedballing, you'd be like, wait, where I park, what I do, you know, why I'm doing this. No. It was just a natural, normal day. I opened the cabinet. I'm talking to my daughter. I turn around and say what I had to say to her. I turn back to go in the cabinet. And I'm like, wait, why am I in this cabinet? Wait, what? Wait, what do I need? That freaked me out, y'all. That freaked me out. And since then, things like that has happened. And I'm like, no. Perimenopause. I ain't scared of you. I'm like, no. That's not happening. Like, what can I do? Because I'm not going to lose my memory. I take turmeric. You know what? So I put turmeric or turmeric, however you all say it, on my food. You know, I use it like a condiment. You know, I'm always putting it on there because I know it's great for, it combats Alzheimer's. It's great for memory. So I use it a lot. I even take the pills, the capsules. Where are they? Let me see if I have them. Oh, was that my phone? Ooh, here they go. So I'll take these also. But I have to be honest, I haven't been taking them a lot lately. But I'm about to start back taking them. Yeah, I don't know if you all can see this. I'll show you a picture of it. But yeah, I take it. I take turmeric pills, turmeric, because my memory means a lot to me. You know what I mean? It's a great asset that I have, and I just don't want to lose my memory. You know, I don't know. And I can remember, you know, like having conversations with my mom, and she'd bring up somebody's name from one of our old neighborhoods that we lived in. She'd be like, but you wouldn't know him. I'd be like, oh, Big Red, I know Big Red. I remember his daughter such and such, or his wife, you know, Priscilla. And, you know, my mom be like, how do you remember them? You were so young. I remember, y'all. So this memory loss, and I'm not claiming it. I'm not claiming it, and I'm not going to go through it. Whatever I can do outside of praying, because I'm going to pray first, but whatever I can do to savor my memory and to combat all of this imbalancement going on in my body, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. So that brings me to my next point. One thing that I learned is, that's why I'm studying it now. Nutrition. Let thy food be thy medicine, right? Nutrition, God left us food, herbs and seeds and plants, and he left that for us, and he put some blessings in those things, and natural foods and natural herbs and natural spices and stuff like that. So what I plan on doing is making a shift in my life. I'm making a life change, but this life change is not too far from where I am, and it is actually to where I was going anyway. But because of this perimenopause state, I'm going there now. Because that perimenopause, I ain't scared of you. I got something for you. And the thing that I'm going to combat it with, the first thing I'm going to combat it with is prayer. The second thing I'm going to combat it with is diet. Okay? So you all know I'm a vegetarian. And I always call myself a cheating vegan, if you need to know a name. You know, because I'll eat dairy, not often, but more often than I want. And I always wanted to get it out of my diet. I really did. And so now I am. I am going more so plant-based. Okay? And I'm not saying that I'll never pop some dairy in my mouth. I pray I don't. But at the same time, I am focusing on plant-based eating. I've been a vegetarian for too long. I went in and out of being a vegan. Like, I know nutrition is where it's at for me. So I have to do something about it. So yeah, I'm gonna start eating more plant-based, and I hope that it helps with my imbalances, because I'm gonna tell you something. Perimenopause, come on, because I got something for you. I ain't worried about perimenopause. I'm not worried about the symptoms and this and that, and I'm not focusing on those things either. I just had to educate myself on what really happens with these imbalances in my life during perimenopause, you know. So I had to learn what it do. I had to learn, you know, the studies that's out there. But I'm not focusing in on it. I'm not focusing on that memory loss. That's why I will take this and keep on going, you know, and keep my mind challenged. You know, I read a lot. I'm an avid reader, and I'll just keep doing things like that, but not focusing in on it. You know, I'm just focusing on a healthier life. So there are some supplements that I have been taking that I want to tell you guys about. And actually, I started taking these way before perimenopause hit. I don't even know when it hit. I don't know. Like I said, maybe a year ago, a couple years ago, maybe I was having symptoms but didn't realize what it was. And now I'm 44 and going through, and I'm just like, this is crazy. This is really crazy, because I was like, perimenopause, come back for me. Come back for me in 10 years, in 20 years. Come back for me. Like I'm not ready, because I had to question myself after finding out really what the hormonal imbalance can do for me. I had to sit back and ask myself, am I ready for that? Because what that tells me is you can't have no more kids. Did I want more kids before that option is taken from me? Like, okay, I'm 44. No, I really don't want to have any more kids, so I'm cool with that. But memory loss, am I ready for that? No. Do I want to be tired all the time? Because that's another symptom. No, I have too much to do in my life. I don't have time to sit down and be tired. So I was just asking myself, like, all of these questions. Like, are you ready for this? I'm not ready for that lifestyle, you know, or life change, I should say. I'm not ready to sit down, slow down, and be still. You know, I only be still I need to be is when I'm spending time with God. But I'm doing too much. I'm living my life. I'm trying to live my best life. And I'm not ready to slow down. And to me, that's what perimenopause is. It can be, you know, things slowing down in your body, having you tired, exhausted, fatigued. I do be exhausted. I really do. I'm exhausted. And it's just, you know, and I just have to tell you, after all that, sis, yes, a lot of times I find myself exhausted, and I'm just not ready to be, you know. I'm not ready to be slowed down. You know, I need more energy so I can keep going, so I can do what I need to do. I'm not ready to be down. So that's why I chose to get serious with my lifestyle as far as the way I eat, my diet, you know, what goes in. Because I ain't worried about perimenopause. I don't have time for it. I'm not claiming it right now, you know. And if things do happen in my life because of it, it's not because I just sat down and let it happen, let the serious imbalances happen, you know. I think that I can calm that storm, you know, by taking the supplements that I'm getting ready to tell you all about, and, you know, changing the way I eat, the way I sleep. I never really sleep. I don't get a lot of sleep. But I need to, you know, prioritize differently in my life now. And I'm okay with that, because I still can do what I need to do. I still can have some get up and go. I still can remember, you know, because I'm not letting that thing go. So let's talk about the supplements. Here we go. Now, like I said, I've taken each and every one of these before noticing changes in my hormones, okay? Perimenopause. So this one is ashwagandha. Ashwagandha, these are adaptogens. So I love them because adaptogen will go in your body and take the things out that is not necessary, and it balances what's left, the hormones. You know what I'm saying? It gives you balance. So I take ashwagandha. Look it up, y'all. Ashwagandha. I've been taking ashwagandha for years. I really have. And it helps me with focus. It helps me with clarity. It gives me get up and go. And it balances things out for me. And I use it a lot for mood supplement. But you know what? Dang, did I use it back in college? No, but when I'm studying and needing that clarity for my brain, I take it for that, and I get focused. Okay, so that's ashwagandha. I also take where is it? Lord, I forgot it. Let's see. Okay. Oh yeah, ashwagandha is really good for hot flashes. I know y'all like, wait, you didn't talk about hot flashes. I'm really not having any hot flashes. And he said hot flashes is when your face feel like it's on fire. I'm like, what? Like, come on. I don't want to go through that. What? She was like, yes. It feel like your face is on fire. By the grace of God, thank you, Jesus. I'm not going through hot flashes right now, but for you all that are, ashwagandha will really help you all. It will help y'all. You know what? I'll do a separate video on the supplements I take if you want to hear them and what they do, how they work in your body, and what they do for you. If you want that, hit me below and let me know, and I'll meet you in the comments, okay? So yeah, ashwagandha take away them hot flashes, y'all, and it'll get your mood right. The L-theanine, this is my jam right here. Yes, this is my jam. The L-theanine, you probably can't even see it that far. I'll show you a picture of it. But it's labeled as mood health, and that's exactly what it is. But the focus, the clarity, you know how when you first start drinking green drinks, green juice, and you got clarity, it's like you have a knowing. That's what this thing does. It blocks away that fog, that brain fog. So I use that for times where I'm just like all over the place, like, what? You know, when I'm having one of them, what moments. L-theanine, y'all. Also, vitamin E. Vitamin E is good for hot flashes. Vitamin E is good to regulate and to keep things, you know, systematically correct or leveled. Vitamin E. And of course, it's good for your heart, your hair, your nails, your skin. Another thing, dryness. They talked about dryness in a lot of the studies for perimenopause. I can't believe this. One other symptom I have not told you all about that got me like, what? Okay, dryness, yes. But your hair thinning out. Yo, my hair, my musafa is going straight, like thinned out. My musafa is thinning out on me, because what I can do now is I can draw all my hair back and put it in a ponytail with one hand. Before, my hair was too thick for me to even think about, for me to even think about that. Like, what? Okay, so, I don't know. I'm gonna quit saying what y'all know, because I don't know what videos y'all done seen. I don't know how y'all know me. So, if you're new here, welcome, and thank you for stopping by. Like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification so you can get all of my videos sent straight to you. But let me tell you, y'all, my hair is thinning out. Like, super thin. What is going on? So the vitamin E will definitely help with that too. And then the little oils and stuff I put in my body, and drinking water, and you know, all that kind of stuff. But I wear a lot of protective styles because here in the Midwest, our winters are very harsh to the hair, and I like to keep it up because I'm working out, and you know, it's easier to maintain, and it's easier to maintain my length and thickness, I thought. But guess what, y'all? My hair, I shouldn't be doing this over my dishes. My hair is really thinning out, and I'm just like, I'm not happy about that. And I'm like, because when I took my braids down, when I took my twist down, I noticed my hair was like really thin. And I'm like, why? Normally my hair is thick. She thick. You know, normally she thick. So, vitamin E, y'all. Biotin, you know, stuff like that. I don't take biotin, but biotin will help. So, maybe I'll get some. Another thing I take is maca root. Maca root. Maca root is really good for the imbalancement that's going on. And maca root, what I can say about the maca root is it's really good for energy. But not just that. Not just that. When I am at my worst, feeling like, who am I? When things are just really bad for me, the hormone imbalancement is real in my life, I grab this. I grab my maca root, and I take this maca root. This maca root is really good for not just mood, but it's good to snatch me back, you know, because I'm like dipping into depression, I'm dipping into anxieties, or I'm dipping into you know, I just want to get away. Like I just gotta go. I'm dipping off into that. I take this and it snatches me back. Like, no, sugar, you good, you peace, you blessed. You keep going, keep moving, keep, you know what I'm saying? That's what this does for me. So, like I said, if you all want breakdowns, I can break down my supplements that I take. I can break them down for you all and let you know what they're good for. They all over the internet, y'all. Y'all do your homework. They all over the internet. But if you want me to holler at you, you want another quick woohoo, I'll give it to you. I can talk to you about it. But yeah, I've taken all of those way before it started for different reasons, you know. Herbs and natural supplements is, I don't know. I love them. I love them. They keep me balanced. They really do. And I detox from them as well. You know, like the lemonade diet or just a straight detox. You know, I do like a 60-day lemon water detox. I'm eating, but I'll do that detox in the morning. And I feel great. And other detoxes I've done for the sake of getting all this out of my body because it adds up. And if you all are on any type of medicine, you want to detox from them as well. And with my vitamins and supplements, I'll be 1 week on and maybe 2 weeks off or 1 week off. Yeah. So another thing I do is castor oil. And what I do with this castor oil, you all, I rub it on my belly. I put a heating pad on. And I don't know how to explain it, but it just woo-saw, okay? It does that. I'm just like zoned out. Everything is cool. Everything is copacetic. And I'm breathing. I'm able to breathe again. But when I just need to just go lay down for a minute, or even if it's at nighttime and I just had one of them days, a hell of a day, I'll go ahead and rub this on my stomach. I put a you know, a wet towel. It's I think the term of it is castor oil pack or oil pack or something like that. I've been doing this for years, so I don't even know the title of it. But I used to do it when I was young. So anyway, you just put the castor oil on your stomach, on your lower part of your abdomen. You put that heating pad on. You're good to go. So that's it, y'all. Perimenopause. Don't be afraid of it. If it's happening in you all's lives, or you thinking you're approaching it, you know, with age soon, don't be afraid of it. You know, hold on. I mean, life happens, and sometimes we have to adjust with life, you know, and this is one of those adjustments. And don't just sit down like, I'm getting old, I'm over. I'm over it. You know, life has happened. Like my pastor said today, oh, church was so good, so good, so good today. But like he was saying, you're never too old. And it's cliche, but it's so real. You're never too old for anything. But what my pastor talked about today was like, God bless the young and he blesses the old. Like, and he always talk about your latter days will be better. And I believe in that. And I know somebody's probably watching this video like, girl, you are 44. You're not 74. You're 44. But I'm 44 going through perimenopause with symptoms. And I just want to help my sis out there, help my queens out there, and let you all know that you don't have to sit down. You don't have to be afraid of that change that's going to happen, because I just want to stress to you, it can be very, very scary. It can definitely be scary. But at the same time, you educate yourself on the properties, on the chemical imbalance, the hormonal imbalance. You educate yourself on that so you can be aware. You know, when you're ignorant about something, it keeps you scared. But when you educate yourself about it, now you're empowered. So let's empower each other out there. If you know anybody going through it, share this video or share the tips that you've learned from this video so that they won't be in any despair or anxiety going through perimenopause, okay? Or even menopause. You know, you're in menopause. I don't know if I said this in the beginning of the video because I'm like all over the place because this was a trip for me, y'all. But you reach menopause after you've not had your cycle for a whole year or two. So what happens is your body, your perimenopausal stage, your cycle will be like irregular, okay? For me, I don't even know why I'm saying this, but for me, I was on my cycle for 30 days. And this happened, seriously, this happened to me about a year ago. And that's when I started questioning, what's happening to me? I'm afraid of my body. I'm afraid of things, you know. But yeah, so I was on my cycle for 30 days. And it was during a time that I was really stressed out. You know, I was new things was coming in my life, you know, and I was so busy with many of things. And yeah, I was on my cycle for 30 days. My menstruation for 30 days. And I went to my gynae and she basically said, you're probably in premenopause. And then she, you know, she told me to come back in 30 days, which I did, and everything was fine. They did a PAP and everything was fine. But that's what she told me, you're probably premenopause. And then she did offer me antidepressants, which I declined. And I was like, if that's what it is, then let me learn about that even more. If that's what it is, if it's perimenopause, I'm gonna learn more about it, and I did. But I still was like, it's too early for me. You know what I'm saying? Because I wasn't having any symptoms to my acknowledgement. I wasn't having any more symptoms, you know. So check with your physicians out there. Let, you know, any changes that's coming up, document everything. Write your symptoms down. Write if you got a headache, if it's a different type of headache, how does it feel different, and what did you eat prior to that? You know, what else can I say? But yeah, sis, don't be scared, because it can be very frightening. But like I said, empower yourself through education. Learn all you can about it. If you all want me to spend more time talking about it, I can share what I've learned, what was taught to me from my mother, and the symptoms that I'm going through, and how my diet has changed those things. So now I am on a plant-based, more plant-based lifestyle. So I hope this video helped you all. I'm sorry that it was all over the place, but hey, perimenopause got me like, what? For real. It got me like, really? Perimenopause? But look, come on, cause I got you, perimenopause, I got you. You know, and not just this. You know, I meditate more. So let me get real. Let me let you in on a little more. I pray differently. I pray constantly. Okay. I keep intact with my vertical marriage. Okay. So I pray a lot. I meditate a lot. Sometimes you just gotta woosah it out, you know. And I just try to think peaceful, be peaceful. And if I have some episodes, I have some times where I'm pissed off or whatever, and I'm about to fly off at the mouth, then I fly off at the mouth. And then I just try not to do it too long. For real. I try not to rant on too long. Because in the middle of it, at the end of the day, is so, like, what did I get across yelling? What did I get across, you know, tripping for a long time, other than the extreme headache? So I just go with the flow. I let things go. You know, like they say, let go, like let God. I just let things go and you know, put my mind on something different. I try to have a different attitude about it. Whatever done tick me off, or it's not even always a ticked off thing, because I don't even want to come across like everything ticks me off. It's not even that. It could be just anxiety. My husband driving crazy, and I'm sitting in this front seat like, do you not see your queen sitting right here? Do you not see your prize sitting right here in the front seat? Like, slow your roll, you know? I mean, I care about his life too, don't get me wrong, but at the same time, why are you driving crazy? And you know, this fears me. If you know that's going to get me going, you know I'm going to be scared by the way that you're driving. My anxiety is going to hit the roof with my blood pressure. Why not slow down? Why put me through that anxiety? I'm your queen sitting right here. You know? So, that's how I talk to him. I have to let him know, you know, help me with this. And it's not just an anxiety because of premenopause. It's a fear. You know, everyone has different fears. And your fear I'll help you with. So help me with mine. And especially if you're the one causing it. Anyway, yeah, I'm ranting, y'all. Because, look, it happened today. So, got me all on 10. Got me all on 100. But anyway, got me all on. Well, that's it. Premenopause and plant-based. That's what I'm gonna, you know, that's what I'm gonna combat that premenopause with, plant-based diet. But I'll let you all know how it works, and keep following me, and we could find out this thing together if it can help with some of those symptoms. And this is what I want to know from you all. Are you all premenopausal? Are you all going through menopause right now? And if so, what are your symptoms? And what are your tips and tricks? Like, you don't need to give me no essay, but just, you know, shout me out in the comments. Let me know. Let me know what's helping you, you know, or if you've heard of a supplement or herb or anything like that. Let me know about it, because I'll do my research on it and maybe I can try it as well. But y'all, love y'all. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Thanks for being there. And hey, we can do this, sis. We can do this, queen. We got this. Perimenopause, come on. Menopause, come on. We got you. We ain't scared, because we're not gonna let it sit us down, slow us down, or make us think that we're crazy. We ain't crazy. We ain't going crazy. And that's what I be wanting everybody to know. Just because you're going through something doesn't mean you're going crazy. Yeah, so come on, perimenopause. We ain't scared. All right? Peace them up, peace them up, peace them up. What? Space. Perimenopause? Who?